Okay. Well, ready when you are. Hey, my name is David Prager. I am a co-host of the new Revision3 show, AppJudgment. In addition to that, I'm also a co-founder of Revision3, where I do, among other things, also produce Dignation and do a lot of the planning and scheduling related to that, and a whole pile of other Revision3 business.
It's not as interesting as that stuff. I'm Ron Richards, and I am also a co-host of AppJudgment. And in addition to that, I help run marketing and product management for Revision3, as well as I also host one of our other shows, iFanboy, which I'm also the founder of that website, ifanboy.com. Personally, for me, I love to be involved in the marketing and then actually executing and getting the shows out, but you just run out of time in the day. There's just not enough time to get everything done. That's my biggest challenge.
But as a small company where everyone is stretched thin, one of the benefits is you're able to dive in deep into many aspects. So you have a really good opportunity to have a solid understanding both of the business elements as well as what the consumer is looking for, what your viewers are looking for. If you're interested in what you are doing and interested in the same things and the same reasons that the people that are watching, it allows you to create a better overall experience and have a solid understanding of it, I think.
I think it was, for me, it was just seeing everybody using their iPhones and Android phones and stuff like that, and all this kind of hubbub over applications, and like me sitting at my desk at Revision3 looking at like kind of what shows are out there and what shows are people doing. I saw it and I thought, you know, this is really a kind of a show that we should be doing, that I think we've got a unique spin on. We know what we're talking about. We have the ability to do a good show. So let's just kind of do it. That was, you know, I don't know if that...
No, I agree, and you know, statistically looking at what's going on, you know, computational power has gotten to be so powerful that, you know, nowadays a smartphone is really just, you know, a miniature computer in your pocket. The iPhone that I have in my pocket right now is easily more powerful than the computer that I was using when I graduated from college. And, you know, leaning again a little bit more on the iPhone than some of the other phones that we cover, which, you know, include Android and include BlackBerry, going to be including things that run Windows Mobile and the Palm Pre and all that. Just the iPhone alone, I think there have been on the order of about 40 million of those sold in the world so far. I think that there have been over 1 billion applications downloaded just from iTunes alone for it. So it's to the point where there's so many applications being used by so many people with computers in their pockets that it makes a lot of sense, and it was a lot of fun for us to realize that us being enthusiasts and having these in our pockets as well and using them, then it makes sense that there's a lot of consumers that are also doing the same thing, and we are in the position where, as users as well as people that are in the business of making internet video and internet television, can create a compelling product that, you know, comes with an editorial ground and backbone to really provide both entertainment and some editorial information about products in a fun way.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to you know, the majority of the shows that we do here at Revision3 are shows that I would want to watch, and that was a show that I wanted to watch. So let's make it. So.
Well, good question, and the interesting answer is maybe we should have done it more. However, like I said, you know, the App Store, I don't know how long it's been around for the iPhone and how long Android's been out, but really it's starting to, the level of adoption has grown so much that now really seemed the appropriate time. And it's interesting to even look at, you know, our competitors in the journalism world and how more and more of the focus is on these things. So instead of having, you know, organizations and elements within subsets of organizations that review generalized software applications, it's becoming more of a mainstay for, you know, someone who reviews games that are only made for the Xbox and games that are only made for the PS3. Now they're reviewing applications that are only made for the Android or only made for the iPhone or made for a combination of the two. And I think just the elements have fallen into place where the adoption of handheld devices that run applications is to the point now where it makes a lot of sense that yes, it's a niche audience, but not so much. It's getting to be pretty broad.
And it's also, I think it took some time in terms of maturity, in terms of the people making the applications. When it first came out, when the iPhone first came out, apps weren't available. They were all going to be web apps, and then they opened it up and let people create their own apps. And it's kind of like when a new video game platform comes out, the really good games don't come out until like a year later. And so now it's at the point where apps we're downloading them and checking them out, and I'm blown away by what they can do with it. What they're really, as opposed to just making a web application on the phone, they're using the phone, whether it's augmented reality or, you know, instant information retrieval or, you know, communication and spreading it, you know, like entertainment. Some of these applications are just mind-blowing. So I think it just took a while for the developers to get there. And that's been the biggest challenge. I mean, when we launched, I mean, iPhone dominates the market when it comes to applications and smartphones right now. And when we launched, of course, with an iPhone show, and our immediate not want to say backlash, but immediate feedback was, oh, no love for Windows Mobile, no love for BlackBerry, no love for Android, and we're telling everyone just we're gonna hit every platform, and we, to date we've released episodes that focus on iPhone as well as Android as well as BlackBerry. We got Palm Pre in the works, we got Windows Mobile in the works, and we're gonna cover them all. So. Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's like Prager said, it's a computer in your pocket. So it's so really the idea of being mobile and being out in the field, there's no excuse now not to be plugged in. I mean, we work 24/7 because we have email in our pocket, because I can pull up our website in my pocket. It just kind of frees you and doesn't keep you to a desk anymore. Mm-hmm. I mean, you live with your phone. I mean, live by it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it enhances what you do for your life. One of the applications that's being reviewed on AppJudgment is about personal finance. It's a large company into it, makes it quick, and they make a little application where you can sit there and track and log what you do, and it'll automate it with your online bank account, and you can build statistics around that. And it's neat to be able to do things like that that you wouldn't be able to do without always having this computer in your pocket, as well as even you might not need to be at a restaurant with your 6 buddies and worry about what 15% and 20% tip is. But if you care about that, there are piles of you've seen the commercials for these things. There's an app for that and there's an app for that, and it's kind of true.
Well, that's what's so great about it, because it's so small. Is I can put it in a drawer too and ignore it. I mean, like, that's the thing. I can turn the ringer off and I can turn it off, and and that's one thing I consciously personally try to do. I mean, it's great because we can be out and we'll be talking about, oh, who was in that movie, and you look it right up on IMDb and you have the answer in your hand. But there's also some times where like I'm at dinner with a lady, and I just you put it away, and like there's a time and place. And I think it's like with any technology device, it's the users have to figure out what the right balance of using it is. Because you can definitely go overboard. I mean, I know, like, I don't use my my phone for IM, but I know a lot of people who do, and like that's like it's a phone, just call them. Like, I don't need to instant message on it,
Yeah. It depends on behavior. The psychological impacts haven't really come to be yet. People have used the word crackberry for a long time, and I think more and more people that were familiar with the term are now having some personal attachment to really understanding what that means. There's something to be said for being able to put things away. There's something to be said for information overload, even without a computer in your pocket. If you're sitting there and you're reading blogs and you're running applications on your normal computer and being interrupted by IMs and not being able to focus on one email but looking at 6 of them at the same time and having too many tabs on your browser. I mean, it's a overall thing to consider, and having a computer in your pocket, it definitely adds to it. And I think in the coming months and years, you'll probably see significant behavioral studies even done on what people are doing, and it's something that I think everyone can relate to, because so many of us already have this, and it's an interesting thing to think about. Yeah.